It is game day, ladies and gentlemen. We've got out the vlog for today. We'll pause the pre-game tunes. Currently, just in my bag. I copped this new long sleeve yesterday in the city so I can play in a nice and tight shirt. I wore a black sleeve under my jumper last year a few times, however it was just like a Kmart sleeve. It wasn't tight. This one's genuine good quality. It's tight. It's going to last me a couple of years, so very, very tight on me. This is the pre-game fit for today. The crow shorts on. I don't know about the black socks. Next shirt. A top of 9 degrees today in where I'm playing. A top of 9 degrees. We're going to be playing in 9 degrees and cloudy. And we're versing Gisborne Giants, so we've been put in the A's for this year. So this is the first proper game of the season in the A group. Luna, what do you want to say? Oi. Just gonna get some wood out the back of the car, and then gonna get going to the footy. Watch a couple of games before mine, and yeah, it's bloody absolutely freezing out here. Couldn't pick a worse day to play footy, but it's footy weather, it's winter.
Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have our first match day vlog for the season. Really keen to be putting these together for season 2023. Obviously did one at the end of last year for our last home and away season. Obviously didn't make finals last year. Was a pretty disappointing year for the team, but we're back again this year, so we're going to be kick-starting the matchday vlogs. Hopefully every home game I'll be able to record these games, so we're heading into it. Obviously first game out of grading, we were 2-1 at the end of the grading games and we were put in the A's, so this is our first real game of the season in the A's group, which is going to be an absolute test, an absolute challenge for us boys. Obviously just a bit of warming up there pre-game, and we run onto the ground. The home deck is really good and the boys are absolutely loving it this year. We've had a great start to the season, especially comparing it to the disappointing year we had last year, in which I think we won one grading game for the entire year. It was a real rough season for the boys, but we've got a few new faces in the team and a few obviously out, as well as prior to this game we played Sunbury and there was a bit of a punch on, so Fletcher was out with a concussion. He was not playing, and Tyler Walker as well, a new addition to the team this year, was out with, I'm pretty sure, shin splits, so no good for the big fella there, but just ran onto the ground and started doing our little crazy kick around the 50, really just call for it and kick it to anyone you see. And yeah, the warm-ups went pretty well. I was pretty keen for this one. Had a bit of pre-workout to start the game and to start the morning. Had a real good pre-workout routine and just pre-game routine in general. And there we can see my boot, as the lace actually got snapped off as I was warming up, which was not a good start to the warm-ups, and one lace is still shorter than the other. I figured it out now, but for the game I really just had to play with it untied and a ripped shoelace. So then we got into a bit of a 5-star handballing drill with the coach watching on. The boys absolutely keen to get into this one. As I said, obviously, hopefully, matchday vlogs every home game. And then Hunter went into the middle, and as he is one of our 4 leadership players for this year, he went in and lost the toss, unfortunately, so we are kicking to the left of screen for quarter 1. The boys get into the huddle here as we get a little bit of a TED talk from Hunter here. Absolutely loves it, and we all get out fired up, that is for sure, to get into the first quarter of the game versus the Gisborne Giants. And this is always going to be a pretty good matchup. They had a pretty tall side on them today, as we saw pre-game. However, Charlie, good pressure there in the guts to start off the game. And a bit of congested footy. This game was very congested. The rain started to come down in quarter two. Top of 9 degrees, as I did say, obviously, earlier in the game. Nicky ran onto this one out the back. He's been a very good player for us this year, Nicky, to start off with. Sort of puts in front of Jackson Sipthorpe. Murphy gets the snap around, however, hits the woodwork for the first score of the game. And my first touch of the game came from full back. I was playing back flank in this game. I've been moving around from forward to back this year. However, I've just really haven't been able to really play the role in the forward line, as it's been a couple of years since I've played forward. I asked the coach to put me forward for a few games. He listened to me. He put me forward this week as well, and just really getting to understand the role in which I should play down forward. However, I'm pretty settled down back, and I'm happy to see this one just across the line, as I couldn't get to it in time. And he doesn't have the footy there. I did lay a tackle on him there, but that's a great tackle from Noisy, holding the ball there on the back flank. Noisy has really stepped up his footy this year as well. And look at Beach here, number 19. Clean hands in the wet weather and doesn't lose control. Hits Hagen up in board. Nice mark out in front from Hagues. He sets it up forward. Nicky out the back will kick the first goal of the game. And Harry and Sip, the boys, get around him, as it's obviously the first goal of the game. Got to get around the goals. Throw in our backline, and Hunter gets stiff for pushing the back there. A bit of a weak as piss free kick, but the Giants get their scoring underway as well with their first goal. So it's a goal for goal here in the first term. The Giants go forward again, bit of a slobby kick inside 50, and I couldn't get behind that one there, so I had to chase us back. And Millsy, he's been good. I pick it up pretty clean, sort of just put it in front of Matthew, but Matty can't get to it. And then Baz down back, gets through a few, handballs it forward, but to really no one, and the Giants go back inside 50, however, goes out of bounds. Here on the wing, the Giants were pretty good at getting it out of the stoppages. They smash it down 50, and that's a nice mark out the back from me. I did judge that one. I saw it coming over the contest there from the get-go, so I decided to hit up Bede, which was a nice kick as well in the wet conditions. And first quarter, this is just a bit midway through. Noisy gets the hands, handballs it to me. Nice clean touch back to Noisy. Noisy just smacks it down the line to get it out of there. Goes out of bounds. And then get a clean pick up here. However, the siren does go for quarter time, so we are up by 5 points at quarter time. 2-2-14 plays 1-3-9 at home. You can see the rain starting to come down. This is our little backline group huddle here. The boys getting around each other, which is absolutely great to see. It's really just about positivity and the mindset. And we can see Musa there. Obviously had a few features in the training vlogs last year, as he was our skipper. However, he's unfortunately playing under 18s this year in the Bendigo League, so he's got an exemption to play down with us in the under 17s as well. So hopefully a few Moose features in the game day vlogs as quarter two does get underway. And number 14 for the Giants was a good bloke. We had a few good shots during the game, which is always good. I'm pretty lucky to pair up with the forward flankers, as usually they don't give me too much shit here. I tried to get in front of this one, couldn't pick it up, then got a bit angry, so me and Luke laid a double whammy tackle there. It was good to get him to ground. Great pressure, great tackling from me and Lukey combined there. Noisy in the right, taps it forward. Harry May can't get the pick up. Spills out to Hagen. Nice pick up, one step around the body, and slots the first for the second. So off to a pretty fast start. Great tap and snap there from Hagen. As we reset, Giants go inside 50. I get absolutely crunched there in the contest. Sort of pulled out the last minute, but couldn't do much about it. Just got crunched, and I was feeling that certainly for the rest of the term. Hunter handballs it out in front of Baz. Definitely could have put on a bit more of a shepherd there for Baz. However, gets deep, and Jetty gets outmarked. But obviously the size difference there was quite huge, so I had to just get over to him and say, don't worry about it, mate, you'll get him next time. You're outnumbered, there's no way you win in those. And luckily from straight in front, 15 metres out, he shanks it off the side of his boot, which was good for Jetty. And speaking of Jetty, he's back here again. Look at that beautiful ground ball get, and picks it up, smacks it inside 50, gets to the back of the pack. Matty can't collect. However, Harry May, look at this. He's an absolute speedster, and he finishes for the second goal of the term. Harry May was injured this game, so we just put him forward pocket, and he did a lot as well. Number 14. There for the Giants, pick up around the body. Jeez, that's just not high at all, but the umpire pays it, which is absolutely bullshit, as he tackled him around the waist and he ducked into it anyway. Luckily, goes over for a rush behind there from Baz's defensive spoil. The Giants out the back line, smacks it down. Great mark. Oh no, great drop mark there from Nicky, but brings it to ground, hooks it around the body, finds me there on the wing, sitting with nobody on me, and looking for the option here. Everyone's saying, go in the middle, go in the middle. Hunter's calling for it, Jed's calling for it. And I go in the guts. There was no options down forward. Certainly wasn't the right option to go into the middle though, because just stupid. You just got to sort of smash it down into the forward and hope for the best there. And half time comes, and quarter two comes to a close. 4-3-27 plays 1-5-11. Kept the Giants to only one goal in a half of footy, which is absolutely brilliant. The pressure down back was just superb from us backliners. We were able to score a 3-goal term there in the second, which was great. We were up and about at halftime, that is for sure, in the team huddle. Just talking about all the positives. You don't want to really bring up the negatives, because the positives is just what pushes us and gets us really going. There's Phil, a little feature as he's boundary umpiring my dad. So we get into the third term. We're up by a few goals here, and this is just where the footy starts to get absolutely elite. It's a bit of congested footy here. Murphy gets the pick up, handballs it to space. The Giants go inside 50, but that is out in the full, so I'll be happily taking this free disposal from the out in the full kick. However, got absolutely no options to go to. I tell them to come forward, but they don't. So I've sort of just got to put it up in the pack, and it just falls straight into the lap of a Giants player. I was not happy with myself after that one, though. Baz in the ruck from the throw-in, spills to me, get around a couple, handball it to Matty. I want it back, tap it forward, just getting it forward. Murphy can't pick it up. I can. Handballs it to Hagen, and then Matty just stops here. He just should have slapped it on the boot there. Then under pressure, Noisy couldn't get a hand to it. Lukey lays a tackle, but the Giants just got forward there in the end, unfortunately. That was a good tackle from myself, as get him to ground, and then I'm pretty sure I got a free kick here. Got him in the tackle, and then obviously I just clearly didn't have the ball there, so it'll be a holding the man free kick, and I'll be absolutely loving that. Oh, look, he absolutely piffed it at my arm. However, probably not 50. I could have easily got it. And Jed, jeez, he'll be spewing with that one. That's the easiest drop mark you will ever see from Jed. He doesn't really drop the marks often, and when he does, it's just those ones that are easy to take, and that one there certainly holding the ball, and then the umpire pays this holding the ball, but doesn't give it the weight of Jed a few moments earlier. Jeez, he tried to shrug Jeddy off in the tackle as well there, and he got pinned, didn't get a hand to it, and then Murphy gets pinned holding the ball straight in front of goal, so the Giants will kick the first of the third after a pretty slow start for both sides in terms of scoring. And then I rotate with Noisy, so I go into the guts for a bit, but the Giants stream forward, and they've kicked another. So they've kicked a couple in a minute, and it really closes the game right down now. I think it's only about a goal the margin. A great tackle from Gussie Mills there. It's a great tackle. However, not paid. Great tackle again from Hunter. That one will be rewarded. It'll be a free kick to Hunter as 3/4 time comes. We are unfortunately down by 2 points. Obviously, the scoreboard there says 3 goals 10, but it is 3 goals 11. Something was wrong with the scoring on the day. 4 goals 3-27. Plays 3 goals 11-29. You can just tell that this is a wet weather game of footy. High pressure, high reward, really. 4 goals 3-27. 3 goals 11 for the Giants, which is just super inaccurate. However, they're up by 2 points as fourth quarter gets underway. Obviously, I'm starting back flank, rotated back with Noisy. He'll start in the guts. Hunter gets it out. Nice little clearance. Nicky here. He played a decent game, Nicky. Smacks it inside 50. Can't really find anyone. Out the back is Harry May. Tries to go the check side and just sprays it out wide, but it is a handy point because, well, the scoring is coming quite a lot. It's really just the accuracy that costed us, but certainly some handy points. Jetty is so good at just getting it and just smacking it forward. That is just his specialty. He's really good at it. And Charlie goes bang from about 40, but he also sprays one wide, so it's another handy point. So I'm pretty sure we're all tied up at this stage. The Giants go forward. Lukey rushes that one through, so it's just points in this last term. It's really hard to get our hands on it there. I accidentally tapped the ball out of Jetty there. He seemed in control of it, so I sort of just let him do his thing. Got tripped there by the Giants forward, trying to put on the Shepherd. And Baz out of fullback. Jeez, he's an absolute jet down there. He can just grab it. Sweetest hands you'll ever see. And he just smacks it down. Nicky on the run on the wing there. Absolutely great run from himself. Goes out the back. Jackson can't get onto it. He's a first-year player, Sip, and he's been playing very well. Hunter gets it forward and obviously had to revert now to Dad's Android camera because my bloody camera battery went flat. But nonetheless, Harry goes back and the wind really just keeps it right there. It looked online, but it just kept right. So I'm pretty sure here we're up by about a point. Millsy, great tackle. Definitely should have been called a sling tackle. However, it was holding the ball and the Giants player just throws it at the back of Millsy's head and it's paid 50 metres, which we absolutely love. So I get around him, great tackle. And Millsy thinks, no, it's not 50. But I tell him, get the hell down the ground. And he decides to take a bounce here, thinking absolutely nothing of it. Wasn't called play on, but I was just like, mate, be a bit careful here. And this is where the Giants just kept on getting these forward entries, which was a bit worrying. We were under a lot of pressure in the back line. Takes the mark with about a minute and a half to go to put him in front, and he's absolutely sprayed it out wide. However, comes off hands, and the pressure here from the boys. Great tackle from Baz Ryan. Rewarded holding the footy. That is just a game-winning tackle. But seriously, he could have gone back and absolutely slotted it and won us the game. Another inside 50 entry there for the Giants. Couldn't seem to get a mark on it. And it'll be a ball up here from Mad Dog. And here we just need to stay in the contest. Just get a hold of it and hold it up, which is exactly what we do. And it comes to full time. And we absolutely get around one another like we've just won the bloody grand final. Win by 3 points in the end. Look at the accuracy in the end. We've kicked 7 points in the last. The Giants kicked 2 points in the last. It was just a 9-point last term. However, went down to the absolute wire. And in one of, well, the greatest feelings you can get in football, winning a close, thrilling game for your side. 34 plays 31. Obviously not the most high scoring. However, we're going to get into the rooms as we sing the song and then some post-game GoPro footage as well.
Go on, Musa. Go on, mate. Oh no, you've done it! Alex, I know you want to gig, mate.
Woo! Up the dogs! Woo!
What are your thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, no, good, best on you, mate. It is good game.
Shocking.
Fucking Stanley.
Oh, Stanley, best game of the fucking squad.
Drop it a bit, boy, but fuck, what do you do?
Charlie did fuck all, but that's alright.
Yeah, no.
Did you kick a snag today?
Nah, fucking missed one. Got a bit more touches than you, but it's alright.
Nicky, the fucking vlog, how good is that? 3 points.